Vaheguru, 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। सूरा सो पहचानिए जो लरै दीन के हेत पुरजा पुरजा कट मरै कबू न छाड़ै खेत। कबीर साहब, भगत कबीर जी। In whole life, Kabir Sahib didn't had any physical war, but Maharaj is still talking about the war which we have inside with the five thieves. The biggest opponent we have in our warfare is ego, hankar. Maharaj says that person is a real warrior who can kill these five thoughts, especially this ego. Same thing Guru Amardas Sache Pasha is saying here. Slok Mahalla Tija, Nanak so Soora Varyam जिन विचों दुष्ट अहंकार मारिया. The word used for these five thieves is dusht. They are evil. They are dusht because when they will manipulate your mind, you will not even know. ਇੰਨੀ ਛੇਤੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਭੰਬਲ ਭੂਸਿਆਂ ਚ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ. They are evil. If the thought is coming for the lust, you will be indulged in lust so fast in no moment that later you will repent, but the time would have passed. As piche assi koshish karni hai, we have to do this ardas again and again. Kaam, krodh, ar, lobh, moh, binas jaye ahmev, Nanak prabh sharnagati, kar prasad Gurudev. We have to do this prayer. That lust, greed, anger, attachment, ego, this is not in my control. Only you can help me. And this is the same five thieves, if we will be able to control with Vaheguruji's Kirpa, with the mercy of Vaheguru, the same energy, the same prana shakti convert into the Naam. Right? Otherwise, we'll still remain in the lower dimensions. If we want to go to the upper dimension, we have to kill this ego. We have to become a warrior. Gurmukh naam salahe janam swarya. What is the nishani? What is the sign of a warrior? The warrior is that Gurmukh who do praises through naam, Gur Shabad and then Shabad. Gurmukh naam salahe janam swarya. His naam, his life is success then. He has achieved the purpose of the life. Who? The mind. Who has achieved? The mind. If the mind is able to conquer or defeat these five thieves, सोहन सच सोद्वार नाम प्यारिया. Kende, they will have so much love for the Naam that they will be beautiful in the gate of on the dar of Vaheguru. Sach Dwarya. Sohan, Sone. They will be very Sone, very beautiful in the gate of Vaheguru. Manmukh mare ahankar maran vigadya. But if we'll not recognize the Naam inside us, the Shabad inside us, and if we'll not be able to conquer with these five thieves, this ego, the Maharaj kende, you are just like a manmukh. Then we are like a manmukh. Manmukh mare ahankar. Kende anna ahankar, so much ego that they will die in the ego because of the pap. This is the pap. The ego is our pap. पढ़ते हैं ना किव सचियारा हुई है किव कूड़ा टुटे पाल that कूड़ दी पाल that wall of falsehood the wall of ego how can we clean how can we beat that how can we destroy that wall forever मनमुख मरे अहंकार मरण बिगाड़या क्योंकि if we will not then मरण बिगाड़या even the life will be in pain and the death will also be in the pain because five thieves will take us while beating will not receive naam will receive the beating of jamduts these five thieves who were giving us a problem inside when we'll die they'll come out and they'll become five doots and give us the same problem these same five thieves yeah one of these five thieves will act as a hankar ahambud ego sabbo varta hukam क्या करे बिचारिया but remember the ones you are calling manmukhs they are also in hukam they also have naam inside them but they have not recognized it the only thing about is recognizing this naam recognizing this hukam nanak hukme je bujhe ta hume kahe na koi the one who will understand his hukam who will recognize this hukam they will not have home they will become a true warriors ਆਪੋ ਦੂਜੇ ਲੱਗ ਖਸਮ ਵਿਚਾਰਿਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ they will the ones who will not recognize naam they will always live in the duality of maya khasam visarya vaheguru ji they'll forget vaheguru ji they'll forget that anything existed you know I was looking at something on the YouTube these discussions about with the atheists and the godly people and all really sometimes intrigue me because you can learn from these things. And this guy who is a theist, he was debating with the guy that there is nothing called soul, atma. There is nothing called that. And this guy was like telling him, why you say that? He said, what happens then when somebody dies? He says, when somebody dies, everything is done, everything is finished. He says, I have so many master's degrees and all. This is the concept of science. I was like, no, that's not concept of science. Concept of science is what we are is, I mean, even if we think from their perspective, we are not talking from a Gurmat perspective, a science perspective, that in the brain we have electrical pulses, right? Everything what we are from top to bottom are electrical pulses. Now, what is electrical pulses? It's a sort of energy. Now, what is the law for this? Energy cannot be created. Energy cannot be destroyed. It only changes its form. So, even from the science perspective, they are not using the logic. But because why? Because they've already made their mind that this is how it is. When death happens, physical death happens, everything is done. Maharaj is calling them Duje Pao. They are in the Maya, they are in the duality because they think everything what they see What they touch, this physical body, is reality. But they forget that this is not the reality. Reality is something else. Whatever we are experiencing in this world is not a reality. We have to experience the reality. And Gurbani only talks about reality. Why we came, who we are, what is the purpose of our life. Gurbani talks about that. Apo duje lag khasam visare. But if Vaheguruji's kirpa is not there, mercy is not there, they will be only in duja pao, in duality, in the duality of Maya, khasam visarya. They will forget khasam, husband, Lord, Vaheguru. Nanak bin naame sab dukh sukh visare. And this sukh visar gaya fir. The peace is gone, only pain is left without naam. Nanak bin naame sab dukh. You might think, oh, I have temporary happiness, but it's not. My mom was telling me the day before yesterday, you ate a tamarind chutney and that's why you have a cough. Imli khadi. So I had a tamarind chutney and I had a good taste of my senses. But how good, what good it is? It ended up in a pain, cough. Everything, whatever the sukh we think we are taking in this world, ends up in a dukh. Nanak bin nave sab dukh. Everything is dukh. Sukh visarya. Peace is gone. We think it is we are getting a happiness, but no. In this world, there is no happiness. And the better we understand, earlier we accept it, happier we will be. Right? Then these small things will not bother us. If somebody says something to us, if somebody challenges us, these small things should not bother. And if we want to become a true warrior, the only thing which we have to work on is killing our own home, or our own hankar, own ego. Mahla tija, Gurpura har naam dridaya. Now, Guru Amar Das Sache Pasha is giving us the way how to kill this ego, how to become a warrior, how to become Soora, Varyam. Gurpura har naam dridaya. ਤਿੰਨ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਭਰਮ ਚੁਕਾਇਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਦ੍ਰਿੜ will happen but only when the doubts will go away. That doubt, this is a doubt, right, which we were talking. Oh, that after the death nothing is theirs, body is dead, it's useless, it's gone, there's nothing called afterlife, it's all param. Problem is, whatever we don't see with these naked eyes, we think it does not exist. Gurpur hai, har naam dridaya, tin vichon param chukaya. But Maharaj says, when the naam drid will happen, when you will receive the naam, when the naam will be implanted in our mind, then what will happen? Tin vichon param chukaya. The doubts will dispel from our mind. The doubt will go away because we'll not have a doubt that Vaheguruji exists or not. The Paramatma, Prabhu Paramatma exist or not. Atma exist or not. Jeev Atma exist or not. Ram Naam Har Kirat Gai Kar Chanan Mag Dikhaya. Maharaj says, if you want to see the spiritual path, the light of the spiritual path, what you have to do? You have to do Ram Naam Har Kirat Gai. You have to sing the praises of Vaheguru. नाम जपना पड़ेगा, गाना पड़ेगा, कीर्तन करना पड़ेगा. You have to sing the praises. Without singing the praises of Vaheguru, you will not be able to see the path. Forget about walking on that path. Forget about receiving Naam. You can't even walk on the path till the time you will not do the praises. Home mar ek liv lagi. But if you will start doing it, then what will happen? Slowly and slowly, Home mar ek live lagi, will fall in love with Vaheguru. Live. Home will go away. The ego will go away. Antar naam vasaya. Naam will be enshrined in our mind. It will dwell in our mind. Gurmati jam jo na sake. Then it will have a gurmat. Another important thing in the path of a warrior is gurmat, guru's mat. The wisdom of Guru, Gurbani Guru. Jam jo na sake. Then jams cannot create a problem. These same jamduts which created a problem, these five thieves which created a problem when we were living, when we'll die, they will not give a problem if we have a gurmat, neither while we are living nor when we are dead, because we'll have a gurmat. So if you want to be happy right now, start following the gurmat, Gurbani Guru. Jam johna sakya, sacha naam samaya. Naam ch sama javange fir. But only when we'll have a wisdom of Vaheguru. Then we'll merge in the naam. सब आपे आप वर्तै करता जो पावै सो नाए लाया. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ he is doing everything on its own. ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ. He is pervading everywhere. He is doing everything. ਆਪ ਵਰਤੈ, pervading everywhere. ਕਰਤਾ, ਕਰਤਾ as in Vaheguru, the creator. ਜੋ ਪਾਵੈ ਸੋ ਨਾਏ ਲਾਇਆ. It is up to him whom he wants to give the naam. Who he wants to give the naam. It is not in our control. We can try, we can do ardas, benti, but at the end of the day, it is his will, up to him. ਸਾਡਾ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਵੱਲ. ਜਨ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਲਏ ਤਾਂ ਜੀਵੈ, ਬਿਨ ਨਾਵੈ ਖਿਨ ਮਰ ਜਾਇਆ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ the ones who have lived with Vaheguru, who become the Jan of Vaheguru, they will always and always connect with the Naam. They will always sing the praises. Sas Grasimran. They will come in Sachi Sangat. Bin Nave Khin Mar Jaya. Without Naam, they cannot even live for an instance. That is the stage which we all want to be. And always we have a puk for Naam. We have puk for the Naam. We are thirsty for the Naam. We are hungry for the Naam. And once the hunger will come, because Maharaj says that, right? Akhan Okha Sacha now, Sache Naam ki lage puk. Jede ਭੁੱਖ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਫਿਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ? What happens? Maharaj says, ਪੌੜੀ ਜੋ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹਰ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਸਿਓ ਸੋ ਸਭਨੀ ਦੀਵਾਨੀ ਮਿਲਿਆ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੋ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹਰ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਸਿਓ ਸੋ ਸਭਨੀ ਦੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਮਿਲਿਆ. Then this kind of a person will be accepted in the court of Vaheguru. And it will be accepted not only in the upper court, in the lower courts also, in all the different dimensions. We are in a multi-dimension way. It depends on Vaheguru where he sends us, right? There is a Devlok, there is a Sachkhand. Everything is here, but we cannot see it with the naked eye because we have a curtain on our eyes. These jumps, these doots have created a curtain. Kal, Jal, Jeba, or Nani. This Jal is there. The net of Kal is there. That's why we can't see it. But when this net will be open, we'll be able to see Vaheguru. We'll be able to listen to the different codes. We'll be able to see the different loks, right? Devlok. Right now, at this point of time also, people who have left their body and they didn't do good karams, they are getting beaten up in the court while going to the court. The rasta, which talks about in the Gurbani, which Maharaj talks about, that it is a very difficult path for the manmukhs who don't have naam. They travel in a khanyo tikhi walo nikhi et marg jana, right? It's a very difficult task, right? But for the Gurmukhs, it becomes easy. You can see that live right now. You can hear the cries of of these Jivatma, these minds. They are getting beaten up. You can hear them. When you'll go in Samadhi, if you have doubts, Maharaj will show you that. You will listen to these. But Maharaj says, for the Gurmukhs, they are Pravan, they are approved everywhere. No jam can cut them, can do anything to them. Jithe o jaye, tithe o surkhru. They are honored everywhere, in all the loks. Sare lokan de vich, in all the dimensions. Wherever they will go. We are in Pumlok, but if we will go in Akash Lok also, if Vaiguruji's Kirpa is there, we have Naam, then we'll be approved. You know, Washington DC, if you have been to there, or any capital of any country, right? There's lot of security. Even the museums out there, they have a DHS, Department of Homeland Security, right? When you go there, they will do a thorough checking, right? The airport style checking, right? They'll not let you even bring your kirpan and everything, right? Because they need to see whether they will allow you or not. But Maharaj is saying the one who has a naam, even even if they go anywhere, not the physical, the sukham worlds, they'll get approved. Nothing, nobody is gonna ask them any questions. Right? There is a separate lane for the people who are automatically cleared, right? They are cleared and nobody will touch them, nobody will do any kind of a checking for them. Same thing happens with the Gurmukh. Jithe o jaye, tithe o surkhru, uske mo dithe sab papi tarya. Kende, if you will do their sangat, and if you think you are a papi, for example, person like me, I think I'm a papi. I do a lot of sins. And if I'll get a sangat of these Gurmukhs, that's why Sachi Sangat is very important. And I've been telling this again and again. In the Sangat, you don't know what kind of a Gurmukhs are there. Some Gurmukhs in this Zoom call, they will come someday, some will not. Someday they will not. Some people will only listen to the Katha. When Simran will start, they go away. But if we make promise to ourselves that we are going to attend not only the wisdom, but also the Simran, Lord of Kripa. The real Kripa happens during the practical time, during the Simran time. And does not matter where you are. Maharaj says, Sab surti mil surt kamai, Sab kimat mil kimat pai. Surti has to be there. Surti is sukham. Mind is sukham. Some people are, if they are sitting physically, but their mind is not present there, they are not present. But if you are sitting online live on the internet, on the Zoom call, but you are present, your presence is there. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਫਿਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ if you do the ਸੰਗਤ of ਸੱਚੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਸੰਤ ਜਨਾ ਮਿਲ ਹਰ ਜਸ ਗਾਇਓ ਕੋਟ ਜਨਮ ਕੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਗਵਾਇਓ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਸਕੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਡਿਠੇ ਸਭ ਪਾਪੀ ਤਰਿਆ because he himself is Pravan and if you will do their sangat they will take you along with them to the different courts different worlds उस अंतर नाम निधान है this is a warrior. This is the warrior Maharaj is talking about. He is a Soora Varyam Maharaj is talking about. Us antar naam nidan hai. They have a khajana. They have a khajana of naam. They have a treasure of naam inside them. Us antar naam nidan. Naam is the real khajana. Guru Pyareo, always remember, always remember. Only we have to ask for the naam khajana, not any other thing else. Namo parvarya. And this kind of the person will have a light of Naam. Namo Parvarya. Now pujiye, now maniye. Their life will be like that. They will worship Naam. They will believe in Naam. What does that mean, believe? Believe in merge in Naam. Now pujiye, now maniye, nae kilvik sab harya. Kilvik, all the bad things, all these 5 thieves, all these bad karams, which we have done will be erased. Lekha will be gone. Account will be erased through the naam. Jinni naam ਧਿਆਇਆ ਇੱਕ ਮਨ ਇੱਕ ਚਿੱਤ ਸੇ ਅਸਥਿਰ ਜਗ ਰਹਿਆ. Remember this line. Memorize this line. Let's read it 2-3 times. ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਇਆ ਇੱਕ ਮਨ ਇੱਕ ਚਿੱਤ ਸੇ ਅਸਥਿਰ ਜਗ ਰਹਿਆ. What does that mean? Meaning, if anybody, does not matter who that person is, will jap naam, will put the dhyan in the naam with one mind. One mind means no thoughts are there. Ik chit, only one focus. One mind, one focus. Focus is not here and there. No moving of body, no opening your eyes, nothing. No bringing some images in your mind. No. Only focus on naam. Ik man, ik chit. Se asthir jag rahya. They will be steady, stable in the court of Vaheguru as well as here. They'll be in peace. Jinni naam ਧਿਆਇਆ ਇੱਕ ਮਨ ਇੱਕ ਚਿੱਤ ਸੇ ਅਸਥਿਰ ਜਗ ਰਹਿਆ. ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਅਸਥਿਰ. ਥਿਰ ਕਰ ਬੈਸੋ ਹਰਜਨ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਸਤਗੁਰ ਤੁਮਰੇ ਕਾਜ ਸਵਾਰੇ. ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਦੂਤ परमेश्वर मारे जानकी पैज रखी करतारे. Order, honor. Paj is honor. They will be honored in the court of Vaheguru. जिन्नी नाम ਧਿਆਇਆ ਗਏ ਮਸ਼ਕਤ ਕਾਲ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ. Their faces will be lit, ਉਜਲ. ਕੀਤੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ, they will be liberated forever. Forever. 84 lakh ਜੂਨ ਵੀ ਖਤਮ. They will merge in naam. They'll become one with Vaheguru. That is the warrior. Now, let's think about it. Who we call a warrior in this world. Can they have warrior and physical warrior, right? If somebody do something, they say he's a warrior. The real warrior is whose home is gone, who is drenched in naam, not in maya. ਭਰਿਆ ਪਿਆ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਰੱਤਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, ਰੰਗਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ. Colored in naam, imbued in naam, attuned in naam. From top to bottom, naam is there. Now pujiye, now maniye, nae kilvik sab harya. Lekha is gone. Lekhe katena ਛੁਟੀਏ ਖਿਨ ਖਿਨ ਭੂਲਨ ਹਾਰ. ਬਖਸ਼ਨ ਹਾਰ ਬਖਸ਼ ਲੈ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਉਤਾਰ. ਉਹਦਾ ਪਾਰ ਉਤਾਰਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਬਖਸ਼ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੂੰ. They are approved. ਬਖਸ਼ ਲਿਆ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ. So let's ask for the naam. When ਤੁਧ ਹੋਰ ਜੇ ਮੰਗਣਾ ਸਿਰ ਦੁੱਖਾਂ ਕੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਸੰਤੋਖੀਆ ਉਤਰੇ ਮਨ ਕੀ ਭੁੱਖ. Only the hunger will go away with naam. Without naam, hunger will not go away. असली ਭੁੱਖ ਖਤਮ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਣੀ ਹੈ. ਆਓ ਜੀ, let's do ਸਾਸ ਗਿਰਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ. We have to say ਵਾਹ, listen to our voice. Guru, listen to our own voice. And ਵਾਹ tummy in, ਬੜਾ important ਹੈ step ਹੈ. ਢਿੱਡ ਅੰਦਰ ਬਾਹਰ ਕਰਨਾ, it's very important. ਵਾਹ tummy in, Guru tummy out. Then only ਸਾਸ ਗਿਰਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ is complete. Always remember this, practice this. आओ जी शुरू करिए. वाह गुरु, 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 Vahguru, 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 Guru, Va, 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 Guru, Guru, Va, 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 Guru, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਗੁਰੂ ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਸਹਿਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਅੰਤਰਗਤ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੇ mind should chant, mind should listen. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹਮ ਅਬ ਗੁਣ ਭਰੇ ਏਕ ਗੁਣ ਨਾਹੀ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਾੜ ਬਿਖੈ ਬਿਖ ਖਾਈ। ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਪਰਮ ਪੈ ਭੂਲੈ, ਸੁਤ ਦਾਰਾ ਸਿਉ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਲਗਾਈ। ਇੱਕ ਉੱਤਮ ਪੰਥ ਸੁਣਿਓ ਗੁਰ ਸੰਗਤ, ਤੈ ਮਿਰੰਤ ਚਮਤਰਾਸ ਮਿਟਾਈ। ਇੱਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਇੱਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਖਿਮਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ। We'll meet again tomorrow 5 p.m. Pacific. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ।